Welcome to the finals of the Benin International 2021. The women's singles are about to start. We have two South Africans on court today, between Johanita Scholtz and Deidre Jordaan.
True.
Good attack here by Johanita. What? Have a seat. Sana kasih dah. But you can use this silencers en pour. So here the score. So it's 7-4 for Johanita now. Well, since it's a South African final, so we'll try to have somebody with us on the commentary deck. And let's see if we can get the coach itself, Mr. Chris Ledger. Hi Chris, how are you?
Yes, good, thank you.
So an all South African final, a dream final for you.
Yeah, the Women is on top again.
That's good to hear. So, Chris, what can you tell us about the two girls on court?
I say Johanita Scholtz, the current African champion. Didn't have really tough games up to the final now. So hopefully she will get some more tournaments to get ready for the next 3 years.
That's right. Actually, she won the All African Games in 2019 in Morocco. And at that time, it was quite a surprise, actually. She was not one of the favorites, but then she had a few injuries. Is that correct?
That's correct. And then obviously the great pause that the world had. But I think she practiced against the boys back home, so I think her game improved a lot. So now we need to get out the tournaments again.
For sure, and the pandemic didn't help, huh? But now it's the first tournament after a while.
Yes.
We did have the Uganda International early this year, but then after almost 6 months now we're having the second tournament for the year. So it's very good to know that there are a lot of South African players here. Actually, the biggest contingent for this international. So it looks like you have a plan.
Yeah, all plans are based on funding. So we have some funding now. So we basically sent our whole national squad, which is consisting about half juniors and half a bit more senior players. But yeah, we can't send all of them all the time. So next one is All Africa and Uganda.
Yes, actually you said it, and the most important event on our calendar is in a few weeks' time in Uganda for the All Africa Senior Championship, which will be held from the 21st to the 28th of October in Kampala.
So in South Africa, we have our national championship the first week of October, and then straight after that they go to All Africa. So
that's a perfect timing.
Good preparation for them.
And the team is not only about one player, as we can see here today, two girls in the final. We have Deidre as well. And what can you tell us about her?
Yeah, Deidre trains with the national coach as well. So it's good that we have a lot of players pushing each other and all of them improve. It's not only one or two that's coming through. And if we talk about Olympics, 2021 is now, it's 3 years until the Olympics.
Correct. So it's a strange one, but yes. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's very close. Paris is just 3 years away.
Yeah.
And we're almost at the end of the year, so let's say it's almost 2.5 years away.
Yes. So Deidre is a bit older than Johanita, and then our other two girls are still under 19. But unfortunately, they played these two in the
early rounds.
Yes.
Yes. That's correct. I think it was in the second round, if I'm not mistaken. It's a good rally here.
Keeping Johanita at the back there.
Correct. It forced her to make the mistake. So the score is 10-16. It's a good lead by Johanita.
Very, very hot here, so you need to get in a lot of water.
Oh, it is. Actually, it's quite cold in South Africa now.
Yeah, coming from -8 a few weeks ago.
Oh my God.
to now 38.
That's plus 46 degrees. And you managed to have all your players in the final, almost all of them. So Deidre today is in three finals actually.
Yeah, it's we try and let Johanita focus on the singles.
Yeah.
But if she played everything, I'm sure Lita would have been in all three finals.
That could have been the case
So
considering
what we are trying to do, as let's say by the end of this year, is to finalize combinations
yeah,
who will play together for the next 3 years.
correct. And Chris, you are currently the coach of the junior teams, is that correct?
I'm actually more on the admin side, but because this is a 3-week trip for us, not all of the coaches could come for 3 weeks.
Sure.
So I was the previous national coach, so they asked me to come with the under 15s. But while I'm here, I'm helping with the seniors as well.
For sure, considering your experience yourself as a player for so long, being on top of Africa in the early 2000s, and then as a coach. So
Yeah, I told them, these players don't know me and you. Athens 2004 Olympics was 17 years ago, and these
yeah,
players were 17, so they don't know how we played.
no, I think I remember in 2004 there was a big contingent of South African players who qualified,
Yes.
and you qualified in the men's singles
Singles and
and
mixed
doubles
doubles.
and mixed
Mixed
doubles.
doubles.
Yeah,
Then in 2008, the men's doubles.
the men's doubles with your brother Roloff.
That's correct.
Are you still playing, Chris?
Yeah, with COVID, we didn't have any tournaments last year, but in 2019, so my brother and I are actually still the national
Well,
doubles
this
champions.
is what I heard, and it's quite surprising.
And you?
Well, that's a tough question, but I'm still playing, but not at a competitive level anymore. And it's all about work and life just kicking. It's something else now.
Yeah, as Olympian, I'm trying to give back now. So on the admin side, on the
Sure,
coaching side, development, um,
sure.
trying to share the experience with the young players.
Yes. That's also your role. I mean, you're obviously somebody that they can learn a lot from, and it's good that you're still in the system and helping these kids.
So the second game here with the women's singles.
And Johanita won the first game as expected.
Yes, as expected. They might push her a little bit, but I think she can carry on for 5 sets like this.
She looks actually quite fit.
Very fit
And
at the
I
moment.
can tell you also in her attitude as well, it looks like she's very committed and she knows what she wants.
Yes.
She's also more consistent now compared to a few years ago.
Yeah, I think with age, that the experience comes as well. If we take COVID out of the way, then like we said, the other tournaments was 2 years ago, and
Sure.
I think you grow a lot from 19 to 21 years old.
That one landed out.
Yeah, not a big drift at this hole. I was expecting a bit more of a drift, but
Yeah.
it's not too bad.
It's actually not too bad. I mean, except the heat, obviously. So we're going to have two major tournaments championship coming as from tomorrow with the under 15 that you mentioned just now. So you will be coaching the South African team. And what do you expect from the championship?
Yeah, I think it's an eye opener for them. In some of those kids, I think from all countries, it's the first time that they travel internationally. with the circumstances, away from home, away from the parents, fighting through the heat, not only fighting your opponent, but all the circumstances as well.
Yeah. It's also new conditions, perhaps they are not used.
So we will try and establish that culture from that young age already. So now you're not home, now you have other stuff to overcome as well.
Exactly. Sometimes it's difficult, for kids 12, 13, 14 years old, coming abroad and, and you have to perform, you have to play for your country. So it's not easy, but indeed a good experience for them. So we are going to have some tough opponents for you here. We have the Egyptian team, the Mauritian team. Actually, last time for the last edition of the Under 15 in Ivory Coast in 2019, your team won the gold medal. So,
Yeah, I think we've got one player here that was on that team. But I don't know the other countries. I don't know the standard of the under 15s, so it will be nice to see where Africa is.
for sure, for sure. And of course, we're going to have 8 participating countries and other upcoming countries, I would say. And we know that sometimes we do have very talented players coming from these countries. If you remember, we had from Uganda some years ago. We had Edwin Ekorin, who was also an Olympian. We had Eli Mambwe from Zambia.
Yes.
Still remember your games against them that time. So we do have some upcoming players, young players, and it will be good to see the level and the overall competitive level of this championship.
Yeah. And Johanita pushing the pace a bit, but making a few mistakes with it.
Correct. She's trying to kill the game because she's leading 10-6.
Yeah, 11-6 now with the interval, so still fairly comfortable. She must now just, when she wants to push a bit,
Yeah,
just keep it in the court.
correct. You can see, it looks like she's not happy with herself.
She knows, she knows.
uh, Despite the win, that's good to see.
Yes.
It's good to see.
So for the under 19s, how many participating countries?
Well, for the under 19, we will have 14 countries, which is actually a very good number. Um, Based on the condition, I would say, with the pandemic, it's above our expectations. So 14 countries, and among them, obviously, the top countries, but also a lot of the developing countries, especially in the francophone zone, so around Benin itself.
Yes.
So it will be very good to see as well. So, and the under 19. So I saw some of your under 19 players playing the international as well. And yesterday I was watching some of the matches, and I was actually quite happy to see the level. Huh?
Yeah, we have 4 under 19 players in the senior squad at the moment. But I think in a month or two we will add some more juniors there. But it's not, we can't bring everyone with all the time.
Yeah, sure. Actually, one of the boys or two of the boys, they narrowly lost in the semis.
Against the finalists in the men's doubles.
Correct,
Yes.
correct. It was a tough game. Um, and also the mixed doubles
Yes.
yesterday.
Also semi-finals. Yes.
Semi-final is.
Deidre is finding the lines at the moment. A few good shots down the line. This one was in at the back.
Yeah. She's trying her best, huh?
For sure.
It's good to see the fighting spirit, huh? I mean, obviously these two players, they know themselves. She's not giving up. Fortunately, enforced error. Trying to push Johanita at the back. The third consecutive error from Deidre. 7-point lead now.
A few mistakes, maybe some tiredness.
Yeah.
Trying to play short rallies.
Yeah. It's perfect from Johanita. She's moving quite well, very quick at the net, pushing her opponent at the back and then finishing with the kill.
Yeah, badminton, one of the few sports that you have to move backwards. So
Correct.
definitely, if you can get your opponent to turn around and move back, you've got them under pressure.
Exactly. Move backwards, come forward, and move backward again.
Yes.
We don't see this in many sports, huh?
Up and down and jump and lunge.
Yeah. Indeed, it's our sport, a beautiful sport.
So 10-19
Yeah.
in the second set of the women's final.
And that's it. She's almost there. So Johanita is 1 point away from the gold medal here in the Benin International 2021. And that's it. So well done to Johanita. It was a good game, Chris.
Yeah, I think the good quality, like you said, never give up. Even though they know each other's play, it was a really good game.
Sure, and very professional from Johanita as well.
Back again to Benin International. Nita, congratulations for winning today. So, as we spoke yesterday, that it is your first tournament after a long time, after injury, and back again on to be, the winner of these tournaments. How do you feel now about it?
I feel confident and happy with my results. This gives me a lot of confident boost for the next tournament that lie ahead. So, very happy. Thank you.
Deidre, hard luck for today, but I can see you're smiling. So, I feel you're quite happy with your performance today in the tournament.
Yeah, well, this was my first final at an international tournament for singles, so very happy about that. Very happy with the way I played. Obviously, you can go back to the drawing board and have a lot more work to do, but happy.
How do you feel now when you're playing with your friend or your teammate in the finals? How it could it be? It is quite, like tough game, or what do you feel? Just give me some feeling.
It's a little bit different playing against my own teammate because you get to know their games with time at home, training at home. So, definitely different than an African player that you haven't played in a while. But I really do like it. It's more interesting. It gives us both confidence to play. So, yeah.
Because when you are playing your teammates, it seems like you know each other. You are like an open book, for each other. So it's a quite maybe difficult game to play again in international tournament, right? Deidre, you have, I think, another two finals in doubles and mixed doubles. So now what you are going to do in the next?
Well, I am going to first cool down a little bit and then warm up with my partners and see how we go. Conserve as much energy as possible for the next two games.
So I think it's another two finals with South African team also. So give me what is going on and what is going to be that finals. How do you feel about it?
Well, like Nita said just now, playing against our own teammates again. We play each other monthly back at home, so you get to know each other's games, but it always remains tough. It's always a challenge because they know you just as well as you know them. So looking forward to it.
What, Nita, next plan for you in the next few months? How do you feel it? How do you prepare for this?
I've definitely have a lot of work to do at home, a lot of preparation. Need to play more consistent, need to train a little bit harder, get more power on court. But hopefully by the next tournament, everything will fall back into place and become more normal than usual. But yeah.
Finally, All Africa Senior Championship, it will be in 2 months. So how do you will prepare for this?
Well, we have a few training camps coming up. Team announcement is within the next week after the Benin International. So, yeah, we'll wait for that and then attend the training camps and work as hard as we can.
Thank you both for this, and good luck for the